It smells like cherries and some type of flower in my room right now, and it is absolutely amazing. But anyway, guys, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. What I got for you today is going to be a Leafeon Lurantis deck. So if you guys do enjoy the video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. But we're going to hop right in here. Take a look at Leafeon-GX. Has the ability Breath of the Leaves. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, once during your turn before you attack, you may heal 50 damage from one of your Pokemon that has any energy attached to it. And then it has Solar Beam for 110, pretty solid attack. And then it has Grand Bloom GX. For each of your bench basic Pokemon, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put it on that Pokemon. So Breath of the Leaves is just a really cool way to kind of heal your Pokemon. If you have a Leafeon active and has a Float Stone or something like that, you can retreat it and use another Breath of the Leaves, or you can Guzma, just whatever. And then Grand Bloom GX is pretty much going to kind of be the idea behind this deck, just to get that early setup. And the easiest way we're going to be able to achieve this is with Eevee with Energy Evolution. Basically, if you attach a Grass Energy to this Eevee, you can search for a Leafeon, which is really nice. And Grand Bloom GX only takes a single Grass Energy to pull off, so you can get it right away. And the ideal start you want to try to get is going to be an Eevee start with a Grass Energy and a Bridget. And then that'll allow you to evolve into Lurantis, which is going to be the card to help you out here, do a little extra damage. Has the ability Sunny Day. The attacks of your grass and fire Pokemon do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So if you have 2 Lurantis out, that's an additional 40 damage. And then Choice Band will give you another 30, which will be 70 damage, which is really nice. So Leafeon will be able to hit a little harder. But we also run Lurantis GX in here. Has the attack Flower Supply. Attach 2 basic energy cards from discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. So basically you can attach like 2 grass energy, like you could just throw one on one Leafeon or Eevee and the other one on something else, just whatever. And then a Solar Blade for 120. I don't really recommend doing this one just because you got to commit 3 energy, and I think you should try to spread your energy around. But if the situation calls for it, definitely go for it. And it also has Chloroscythe GX. This attack does 50 damage or times the amount of grass energy attached to this Pokemon, excuse me, which is pretty nice. But basically, with this deck, Flower Supply, if you have a couple Lurantis out, like I said, that'll be additional 70 damage with a Choice Band too. So you'll be able to get like 2 energy, and it'll be doing a decent amount of damage. Pretty much the idea behind this deck is to make Pokemon do more damage with Lurantis, which is pretty easy to pull off. But a cool card we actually have in here is going to be Turtonator GX. Now, besides the fact that it's actually really good against other grass decks, Shell Trap can actually get some additional damage because of Lurantis, because of the effect saying fire Pokemon as well. So you're going to be doing a little more with Shell Trap, and then basically they're going to have to Guzma or do something else, because if they attack Turtonator, they're going to be taking 8 damage counters. And when you look at it, if you have 2 Lurantis and a Choice Band, that's 70, so you're going to be doing 90 damage with Shell Trap. So if they attack you, they're going to be having 170, which is really cool. But Turtonator is just a neat little card in this deck. And going to the supporters here, we got 3 Bridget. This is pretty much like the supporter you want to open with, and we have Tapu Lele in here, which has Wonder Tag, which allows you to grab a supporter when you play it from your hand onto your bench. Also has Energy Drive, something I want to note there. 20 times the energy attached to both defending Pokemon. But Tapu Lele is going to allow you to basically grab that Bridget, so you get that early start, which will allow you to Energy Evolution into Leafeon, which will do the Grand Bloom. So Bridget's a really important supporter you want to try to open with. But next up, we have 3 Cynthia. Just shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6. Pretty helpful there. We have 3 Guzma, just to bring up something off the active spot you might want to knock out. And then I believe we have 2 in. Yeah, we have 2 in, just to help you out there. And then 3 Sycamore. So basically, pretty standard supporter lineup. I tried to make it as changeable as possible. You guys can kind of edit this list to make it to where you're a little more comfortable with it. But we also have 4 Ultra Ball. This is going to also help out with the Bridget play. You can Ultra Ball for a Tapu Lele. Unfortunately, Tapu Lele can cause some issues because you want to try to save some room on your bench for Lurantis and Leafeon. Kind of like managing your bench is where it gets really tricky with this deck. You want to try to make sure that your bench is to where you can get enough damage out to, basically put enough pressure on your opponents where they really can't do much, because you're going to be doing a high amount of damage, and on top of that, you're going to be healing damage off yourself. And that's kind of the idea of the deck. But I found that the bench management sometimes can be a little weird with Tapu Lele. So I originally was trying 4 Bridget, but it just got way too clunky, so I had to drop one for something else. I think I actually dropped it for another grass energy, tried to maximize opening with a grass energy. But yeah, you want to try to open with Bridget, and Ultra Ball will help that out. I just wanted to note the bench management thing. We also have Choice Band. Choice Band, like I said, is going to give you that additional 30 damage. And then we have Floatstone. Floatstone is really good here because if you don't start with Eevee and you start with a Bridget, you can still get the Eevee into the active spot. And you don't want to be paying DCEs or something like that to get the Lurantis out of the active spot. That's just really, really annoying. I hate doing that. But we also have 4 DCE and 9 Grass Energy, the 9 Grass Energy course for Energy Evolution. And I've been going back and forth between Rescue Stretcher and Revitalizer. I just ended up settling on the 2 Rescue Stretcher because it just my personal preference. But we also have 2 Fill Blower, so that way you can get rid of Garbotoxin, because Garbotoxin is going to make it to where Lurantis doesn't do jack squat. So Sunny Day will just be kind of sitting there doing nothing. But the idea of the deck is very simple. You have Lurantis there to kind of give you some additional damage, and then you have Leafeon, Turtonator, and Lurantis-GX to just kind of be your attackers. This deck's actually pretty fun. I mean, it just another Leafeon variant, basically, and really the only thing about this deck that I don't really like is how tricky your bench can be. The cool thing about it is the healing, and on top of that, you just kind of get to play something new. You get to mess around with Grand Bloom GX, which is really nice. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Be much appreciated. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. And my game just lost connection. All right, cool. That's a great way to end the video. So yeah, you guys take care. I love you and peace.